We've got about 310 people here in Little Rock. I'd say 75% of them or so were former Alltel. This is Little Rock's our headquarters, so we actually don't have wireless operations here. Our operations are in 6 other states, but we've got all of our primary corporate functions are run out of this office. We have a really good team here. We were very fortunate to get the folks from the old Alltel to be part of the team, and frankly we're able to get some of the best people that Alltel had, and we've been able to surround them with a lot of people that had other backgrounds. And what this team has been able to accomplish, I mean, the task that was in front of them was basically build a wireless business, or at least the brains of a wireless business from scratch in less than 18 months. And I don't think it had ever been done before, and this team did it, and I'm still amazed at exactly how they pulled it off. And for me, it's now really exciting that we've accomplished that, and to be able to look forward and see what we can do as a group. We have several businesses that we work with. We've got a good relationship with Windstream. They provide telecom services for us. We work with Axiom. We work with Mainstream Technologies is another one. Touchwood Technologies. I'm sure Privacy Star is a relatively new venture based out of the state here, and we recently launched their privacy application for our phones. And then, not particularly a technology company, but Walmart is a huge partner for us as well. We recently launched our U prepaid service in Walmart stores in the states where we offer wireless. That happened in May, and we're very excited about the future of that program. Probably, challenge and opportunity is the explosion in the demand for data services, so smartphones and data cards and tablets. It's great on one hand because we're creating, there are really good products that customers demand. The challenge is that the usage on those devices is massive, and that usage puts a lot of demand on the wireless network. So just as an example, a typical feature phone, what we call a feature phone, like a flip phone, would have customarily used something like 10 meg on average. The newest smartphones, the average customer is using in the neighborhood of a gig. So that's about 100 times the usage on a device. And so the networks, it's really hard for the networks to keep up with that expansion in demand. So we focus a lot on making sure that we're staying ahead of that increase in demand, because if the network's not prepared for that increase in usage, what happens is, the customers have a bad experience. They end up with slower data speeds than they would expect, maybe even dropped calls or other call quality issues. And just the acceleration of that growth in data, I don't think anybody could have quite contemplated it, and so all the wireless companies have had their hands full trying to keep up with that. I think it comes back to what's going on in the network side with the increases in speed that we're seeing on the network, and then the increase in how smart these devices are. I think the biggest change is going to be in just the way people start to utilize the applications that are out there and available already. If you look in the app catalog on an Android device, there are thousands and thousands of applications, and there is some really cool stuff out there. It's a little intimidating for some people though, but if people will take the time to search for applications in whatever their area of interest is, whether it's some kind of sport that they like, or games that they like, or something to do with their work, they're going to find an application that is going to expose some of the capabilities of the wireless network, and people love the capabilities. So I think that we're going to see a shift over the next few years where people really start to just take advantage of the capabilities that is already out there. And in terms of exactly what's the next big thing, I don't know. That's part of what's beautiful about wireless is the opportunities are endless, with the technology. I think landlines, and wireless are going to coexist for a long time. There's certainly some competition between the technologies, but I think they both have their place. Wireless offers mobility, which is key. It offers location-based services, which are a differentiator. And offering increasing speeds and throughput over time. On the wireline side, they're making huge advancements in speed and throughput as well, particularly with all of the fiber builds that are going on out there. The wireline companies are transitioning from a copper-based infrastructure to a fiber-based infrastructure, and with that comes a lot of speed and a lot of possibility. In our particular markets, we generally serve rural markets, and it's expensive for the wireline companies to get that fiber deep out to every household and every office in a rural community. It's harder for them to get the payback than it is for us to put up a cell tower that'll then cover 50 miles or perhaps something more than that with a very high-speed data product and a voice product. So I think wireless has advantages in certain areas as well. We offer wireless in 6 states today, and I think that the biggest near-term opportunity for us to grow the business is just increasing our market share in the markets that we serve. Alltel is our brand name in the markets that we're in. Alltel's been there for a very long time. People know us, they know the brand, and I think that there's a lot of equity there that we can capitalize on to grow our business in those markets. But we're also always looking for opportunities for how to expand outside of our markets. We've built an infrastructure here that is capable of supporting a much bigger subscriber base than what we've got today. So I think we've planned for the future, and we'll look for opportunities as they come along to expand the business. The way we're preparing for the demand is we spend a tremendous amount of time making sure that we have the right selection of devices, smartphones, MiFis, data cards, tablets. The wireless shopping experience is becoming much more a consumer electronics purchasing experience, and so we have a lot of people that spend a lot of time making sure that we have the right devices and we get them launched at the right prices at the right time to stay competitive. And then we're very focused on making the network as robust as it can be. We know that the customers always want more speed, and so we're doing everything that we can to deliver that and make sure that our networks is as efficient as it can be at processing that additional data and really protecting the experience for the vast majority of our customers. Traditional voice and text messaging services don't put nearly the same demand on the network that the new data applications do, and those services are really where the wireless companies have historically made their profit. There's some incremental profit opportunity in the applications that we sell and accessories that we sell, but really the bread and butter in the wireless business is still based on those fundamental voice and text messaging services. We try to differentiate ourselves in two ways. First, we're very focused on providing the best value to our customers. We know we have a very good network in the markets that we serve, and we have to figure out how to provide a distinct advantage versus what's typically much larger competitors. And the way that we think really resonates with customers is provide them a top-notch experience at a price that saves them money relative to the competition. So we think we've got very fair rates, and we talk a lot to customers about specific dollars that we can save them relative to the competition. And then secondly, we're very focused on being extroverted in the communities that we serve. We have to be a very integral part of those local communities, because again, we're at a disadvantage at a national scale level, but we don't think that that has to win the day in the individual local markets. So we want to make sure that, that we're involved and we're active parts of those communities. And we also acknowledge that not every community is the same. And so our formula for how you might be competitive in one market needs to be maybe different in another market. I have the luxury of getting to use a lot of different phones. Right now I'm using a device called the Samsung Galaxy S2. It's an Android device. It's one of the more popular devices that we've got in our lineup today. Really slick device.